What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the Wrestling Junkies Podcast. I'm Mr. Cincinnati, and as always, I'm joined by the Podcast Dad. Choops, how you doing, man?
I'm a little tired today, Mr. Cincinnati. It's been a bit of a long day. Doctor's appointments for the kids, so it's been a little bit of a long day. But as I was thinking,
really, because I heard you got time to play 2K today, so you don't get to pull the long day card.
I did. But I had the thinking before the show. I needed something to pump me up a little bit, right? Like I needed, maybe a cup of coffee, right? That's what I needed.
Okay, sure.
I go to the cupboard. There's no mugs in there. So what is it that I had to do, Mr. Cincinnati?
Oh, I see what you're doing here.
I had to go get my official.
Look at that
Wrestling Junkies coffee mug.
Look at that.
Get the shine off, right? Look at that. Look at that.
That's a good looking mug.
And Mr. Cincinnati, if everybody wants this great looking mug, where do they go get that?
Our merch store, WrestlingJunkiespod.creator-spring.com. We did just drop a new design today. So if you support independent wrestling, you think you're going to like this t-shirt, and obviously buy a mug, buy a hat, buy a beanie, buy a tank top, buy a hoodie. I mean, we got a little bit of everything, and shout outs to our graphics guy, Payne, for all the hard work he puts in to helping us to do what we do. So, make sure to support our store. We greatly appreciate it, and thanks for the plug there, buddy. It's a good look for you.
It tastes so much better out of this mug. I don't know what's different. It's the same Keurig, it's the same K cups that I buy, but out of this mug, it's fantastic.
Cup reeks of awesomeness.
Thanks for rolling with me on that. I dropped that about a minute before we went live.
Yeah.
I saw the fear in your eyes.
I assumed the worst. Yeah. No, duh.
I'm a company man.
Okay, You are, and that's what I appreciate about you. But anyway, guys, welcome back to this week's edition of the Wrestling Junkies Podcast. Make sure to hit that QR code in the top left corner. Like, share, subscribe. Help us to run those numbers. If you know just one person that would enjoy this show, share it with them. Let them find out for themselves how awesome we are over here. We've got a couple of great interviews that we're going to be dropping this week. One with Drew Hood, the other with TNA's own Champagne Singh. Very, very excited for that conversation. But last but not least, the good Dr. Landon Hale will be coming back this Wednesday to talk about Action Wrestling and the 6-year anniversary show. Mustafa Ali, Landon Hale in the main event. Tickets are going insanely fast right now from what I've been hearing over the last couple of days. So if you're in the area next week and want to hang out with the Wrestling Junkies, get your tickets. Proud that we could be a small part of this show. We'll also be on Wrestling Spotlight again this Thursday, talking a little bit of WrestleMania Fallout, but looking ahead towards AEW Dynasty this weekend. So we're going to have our predictions ready for that. And as we said at the beginning, we have got new merch out. Get a mug. Once again, there's the link. It's also on our socials as well. I mean, it's a good looking mug. It looks a little small though. Is it pretty solid though?
It is a little small, but just as well as I do, it doesn't matter what size it is, as long as the stuff in it is good.
Sure, that's okay. I swear it's like working with a 6-year-old sometimes.
Dude, the Dynasty card looks stacked. Can we talk about the Dynasty card real quick?
I gotta say, yeah. We can do that first. Yeah, let me pull this up real quick.
AEW has not had the best PR week, let's say. But this Dynasty card looks really, really good. I don't see a bad match on the card. Like, I'm interested in all of them. I know the Copeland, Mark Briscoe, and Eddie Kingston match, that team just kind of seems thrown together a little bit. But overall, I think the card looks really, really good, and I think they need a strong pay-per-view to kind of, and it's kind of their own doing, but like just to kind of shut everybody up for a minute.
They need the win. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's again, and I also thank you, Kyle, for the kind words about the new shirt.
Thank you.
But yeah, no, I agree. I mean, there was a self-inflicted PR debacle that they created for themselves last week with the decision to air the all-in footage, which is, like I said, it's of their own doing. But they do need to continue the trend of strong pay-per-view cards. Revolution was great.
Mm-hmm.
World's End sucked.
I think this one's gonna be good.
So they yeah, they're off to the races here. I think. I mean, look at Ospreay Danielson. You and I've already kind of earmarked this as already, and the bell hasn't even rung yet. And I think that'll be a hard one to top. Young Bucks FTR.
Interesting clash of styles, that match for sure, because Daniel's going to go way more on that ground game, and we know Ospreay just flies around. Like, I'm very interested to see how they book that match with the two strengths being what they are. It reminds me of like Kurt Angle, Rey Mysterio almost, where those two just meshed so well.
That was a fun one,
and it was so good that I think these two styles are going to mesh. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I'm so excited for that match. I can't wait for that match.
Yeah, I mean that's the one I think, in my opinion, is selling this pay-per-view, not the next one. Young Bucks FTR ladder match for the vacant tag.
I like it's a ladder match now. I like that it's a ladder match.
I do enjoy that. I like that it's a ladder match too. But again, last week did nothing more to really create any additional excitement or hype for that.
I'm gonna do my best to forget about the story behind it and just watch the wrestling. I'm gonna do my best.
Good for you. I'm not. Next up, we got Julia Hart, Willow Nightingale in a House Rules match for the AEW TBS Championship. Willow she's a damn delight.
She should win.
I really want to see her. I really do want to see her get the win here. Spoiler alert on my prediction there. Yeah. But yeah, I would like to see this build towards Willow Mercedes at some point, likely Double or Nothing, because that's when she's going to make her in-ring debut. Do you think that? I don't think so. If you're getting paid and not telling me, then I'm going to be pretty pissed.
If TK was paying the podcast dad would not be here right now. The podcast dad would be rolling in the money because he likes to hand it out.
So that's basically all I need to know is that the day that you decide not to show up to work.
The day that TK is paying me, I will be on the pre-show with RJ City. That is when you know I'm on the AEW payroll. No, and here's what it is, Kyle, and just to be completely honest, there was so much negative last week that I am excited to watch a good wrestling card. That's all I want. I'm tired of the negativity in wrestling. I just want to. I saw this card. I was scrolling through Twitter last night and I saw this card. I'm like, man, this looks like a really, really solid card. That's why I wanted to bring it. Yeah, because we like wrestling.
Yeah, for sure. Trios match: Copeland, Kingston, Mark Briscoe taking on the House of Black. At this point, this is a fine use of Copeland. I think we've talked about this a lot as far as what he should be doing. During this AEW run. Quite frankly, he should be doing whatever he wants. I mean, if he wants to work, this will just be a fun match. I don't really know much of the story behind it, but AEW is at least good about putting those packages on YouTube, so I'll check a few of those out just to kind of fill in the gaps there. But as far as this next match, Women's World Championship, Timeless Toni Storm taking on Thunder Rosa. This is going to be great. This is going to be a lot of fun, especially after that champagne toast segment last week that Tony got the jump. I did.
Oh, what's that? Oh, the other one. Okay. Nothing. I didn't say anything. This build has actually been pretty good.
Could we? Yeah, it actually it had. I gotta say, this is the shelf life on this character continues to extend, and I mean, I think that as far as just a great women's wrestling match, which we need more of these on the card. I think there's a total of 2 out of 8, which is again unfortunate.
2 out of 8 though, I think is okay.
Okay, 25% of the card, but it could be better.
If it was like a 12 match card and there was only 2, I'd be upset. 10 match card and there was only 2, I'd be upset.
Fair enough.
But like you got both of the titles represented, so I'm not too mad at it. But yeah, like
I'd like to see Athena on the card.
This could be 2 good title programs in a row for the women's championship. So it's like, hey, we asked you to book the women better. You're doing a pretty good job right now. Again, I'm not getting paid. But it's
whatever. However, Alex, I wish that we could get Brutus on the pod. I don't know. One day, maybe. We'll see.
I want Brutus on the pod. Why would I want Brutus on?
Hey, that Dark Side of the
don't spoil anything.
That Dark Side of the Ring was an interesting watch.
That's my next one. Well, I watched Terry Gordy last night. That one was my wife. So my wife
Chris
watches
Holt
those.
Was wild.
I haven't watched that one either. My wife watches those with me, and the shoot interview that he did, Terry Gordy did. Like she was like, I can't watch this. Like she was having a hard time watching it after learning everything that happened to him, and she was like getting upset about it. I'm like, okay, so that got to her, so that got to a casual fan. So that story's nuts. If you haven't seen it, go see it. That's not a plug, but it is a plug.
We just like Dark Side of the Ring. It's very captivating.
I like wrestling. I love wrestling.
Yeah,
and it makes me want to go watch Terry Gordy matches.
There you go. WWE Network's full of them.
I didn't know any of those New Japan matches. Like, I'm not super familiar with his New Japan stuff, so I just thought, sorry, man, I'm all over the place today.
That's okay. It's Monday.
Fantastic mug that had the coffee in it. I don't know what it is about this mug, but it got me all hyped.
I like it. We got 3 more matches to run through quick, and then our 2 big topics of the night. Okada and Pac for the International Championship. This is another potential match of the night right there.
I mean, come on. This is just going to be good.
Yeah, I mean, that Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly for the International Championship. I mean, finally a singles match with his title. I mean, I think we're going to get another chapter in this Undisputed Kingdom story tonight, or that night. So hey, it's not too late. It's not too late.
I want to see Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly wrestle. That I want to see Kyle O'Reilly wrestle. Man, that's
he's
really good.
Worked his ass off to come back. Yeah,
and then
yeah. Samoa Joe, Swerve Strickland, AEW Championship contract signed in Swerve's blood. Is this the time?
I don't know. I'm not. I'm gonna save it because I still got to think about it. But I don't know.
It's Monday.
That's where I'm at right now. We'll
talk after Dynamite. Yeah,
we will.
But 2 big stories to talk about today. The first one, just kind of breaking today. Pro Wrestling Chronicle on X. Quoting Fightful, that Rhea Ripley might have been injured last week during the attack involving Liv Morgan, legitimate injury, to the point that there might be discussion of vacating the Women's World Championship. This is terrible timing if it indeed turns out to be true. Still got about an hour and a half to go before Monday Night Raw. What do you do here?
I think we have to find out first. Nothing has come out confirmed. But, I mean, reading the tea leaves, it seems like, yes, Rhea will be out for the foreseeable future. I've seen some chatter online of, do you bring Becky Lynch back? I think we need a break from Becky Lynch. And agree. Becky has not signed a new contract, so you also run that risk. I think they said they have about 6 weeks.
Now, so because we haven't really talked about this on the show yet either, but I know that they recently let somebody in that talent relations department go that is responsible for that. And that's why there were a number of people that don't have contracts right now. Drew McIntyre also doesn't have a deal. Seth Rollins is up. Becky Lynch. I believe Natalya is also up this year as well. And a lot of people are placing blame at the feet of that guy and saying that he really wasn't a good fit for the job. So I don't think any of that is so much of a, here are these talents looking to see what they can do elsewhere, but more of just the front office had somebody that dropped the ball on these. So I'm not going to freak out, just yet, especially with Drew McIntyre. I mean, there's still so much that we can do that he can get that world title back this year. And it's probably going to be a program with Punk or Seth Rollins in which he does it. So, I'm not sweating that too much, but this is definitely, really, really crummy timing because Judgment Day, they are basically the balance of power on whatever show they end up getting drafted to next week. This has breathed life into the story. So it's kind of going to be, okay, what do we do next with the Judgment Day without who a lot of people consider to be the leader?
Well, I mean, do you take her off of TV? You have to take her off of TV?
Again, we don't know. I mean, because we also don't know the extent of the injury and kind of what happens with it. But, it's a question worth asking.
If it's an arm injury, a shoulder injury, kind of what they're saying, like Punk has been on TV plenty with his arm injury.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see why Rhea can't still be around. She may have to vacate the title, yes, but I think you can still keep her around and continue to have fun with the Judgment Day. Just kind of let her get those acting chops up. Not that she's bad at it, but continue to have that backstage presence. Maybe come out with Dom. Maybe we see her and Dom kind of team up here, and then maybe we see a bigger push for Dom moving forward or something like that. But they're going to have to get creative if she is dropping the title. I think keeping her on TV is the best option. If she wants to, or if she wants to go away, heal up, that's fine too. But if she wants to stay around, I would 100% keep her on TV, just so she can continue to be a presence for that women's division. And I mean, if it's me, I'm gonna blow your mind. If it's me, you know who I'm putting that title on?
Who?
Nia Jax.
I'm sorry. Could you say that a little louder for those in the back that didn't hear that?
I'm putting it on Nia Jax.
We have now gone from you lamenting her return to you advocating or suggesting that she should be women's world champion. This has to be a damn miracle.
Because what better way to have Rhea come back than to beat Nia Jax? Because we don't know how long the injury is.
Yeah, I mean that's arguably
it could be a couple months, and what's a couple month reign for Nia Jax?
Yeah, and I mean, as far as people that have the same size power game that Rhea does, I mean, Nia's in rarefied air there. Jade and Bianca very much seem to be a tag team for the foreseeable future, which is the right use for Bianca right now, just to keep her from getting stale in that world title picture. Okay, I don't hate it. Another thing we should also think about: King and Queen of the Ring next month.
Yep, and the draft next week. They could really shake a lot of things up and go, okay, we need to put one of the bigger stars on Raw and hold this title. If there was a time to get hurt, probably right now is the time. If there was any time, because they have that draft coming up and they can flip some people and actually have a legitimate reason to do it.
Sure.
I know everybody's going to say Liv Morgan, which I don't hate it. But like,
is it the best choice right now?
I don't know if it's the best choice right now. No, because I think her story is with Rhea. Could Rhea come back and that could be, the feud with Liv being champion? I don't know. But if it's me, it would be Nia Jax, or if you want to throw a real dark horse out there, Candice LeRae's been on fire lately.
Yeah.
And you want to try something new? Why not? And if you want to bring Rhea back as a face, I mean,
yeah. I mean, and also I like that idea because this is, the first time in a long time that, I mean, because at this point, if Rhea is out, just assuming based on what we're hearing that's, let's just say for the sake of this, she has to vacate. Rhea's out. Becky's stepped away. Charlotte's still not back yet either. I don't think there's any better time than right now to try to experiment with somebody new, even if it is for a transitional run, because Charlotte will be back much sooner than later. I mean, she's trying to, outpace that 9-month injury projection, and by all accounts, she's doing really, really well right now. So, I mean, I think without those three top stars, this is the time to get creative and see, what you have on your hands here. I definitely didn't expect you to say Nia Jax.
And Money in the Bank's in what, July?
Yes.
So you also have that cop out if Rhea's not back in time. Like you did a 3-month reign with somebody, and the Money in the Bank winner cashes in on it. Yeah. Again, you have to get creative, and you kind of have some choices. So I think he as in Triple H has built up some good faith with his booking, and I think we should trust him on this one. He's been throwing a curveball. Let's see how he handles it.
Sure. And this is all just assuming that this is indeed actually accurate and seeing kind of what happens here. So it remains to be seen on Monday Night Raw tonight. But before we go here, we have to talk about the big debut on SmackDown this past week. Tama Tonga is officially a member of the Bloodline. It's the new Bloodline, or Bloodline 2.0, as I named our episode. I mean, I know that you've been itching to talk about this, so I'm gonna give you the floor here.
This was awesome. I mean, this was a shock. We all thought he was probably going to start in NXT. That was what the rumor was. Maybe he helps Gallows and Anderson or something like that. But no, he's part of the Bloodline, or whatever form of the Bloodline this is. I think Jimmy's out. I think.
Yeah. I mean,
kind of looked like it.
He was courted out. That's for sure.
So does he get drafted to Raw, or does Jey Uso get drafted to SmackDown? Because they're getting put back together.
I think that we wait until Jimmy actually comes back from being written off TV to reunite the Usos. I don't necessarily want to see that reunion so quickly after WrestleMania.
Doesn't mean he still can't get drafted.
I mean, yeah, I suppose that's true. I think I'm more of just I would take the out of sight, out of mind approach, and then figure it out when he comes back. But that's just me.
They could always do like a WWE.com like after the draft kind of thing, like, oh, Jimmy Uso got drafted to Raw.
Sure. I mean, if they want to do that, that's fine. I personally would not put them, but I wouldn't put them on the same show yet. I just wouldn't. I think I would want to build anticipation towards the reunion. But right now, they seem to want to try the main event Jey Uso singles world title experiment, or at least contendership experiment. Let them do it without Jimmy having anything to be near that right now.
That's fair. And they're I mean, they can go so many different ways. Like, also, when's Jacob Fatu coming?
That dude's sooner than later, man.
That dude's amazing.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, this new incarnation of the Bloodline, it's giving new life to this story. I mean, I think we thought, this WrestleMania would be kind of the end of this Bloodline. I think that's what the logical assumption would be, but Bloodline Civil War games are getting one step closer, and I just want to keep saying it, that I want to see that.
You think it's going to be 3-on-3? You think 4-on-4?
Yes.
Do you see The Rock returning is basically what I'm asking. Because I don't know if I see Rock returning for a War Games.
I can't say that I do either. I would say for now, Roman and the Usos as faces against Solo, Tonga, Jacob. That'll be my guess for now. Rock gets himself involved, it'll be something from afar where he's backing this team that we I could see us finding out that The Rock is kind of behind this new tribal chief in Solo Sikoa, because I mean, logic is right. You're not the champion anymore. Wins and losses matter. Jimmy lost, so get rid of him. Roman lost, so he's away for a while. That's why he slapped the phone down when Paul tried to call him. It's like, nope, he lost, and that's it. Yeah. Rock didn't. So I could see him be the one pulling the strings behind the scenes and, taking responsibility for getting Tama Tonga signed.
Yeah. And Solo hasn't won a match since October, so that's fair.
Yeah. He better not lose. I don't want to see him lose another match for at least the next 6
months. Forgive me. Is this my logic hat? Sorry. Yeah, that was also one of the things. Like, oh, you lose, there's a change. Like, Solo, haven't you lost every match since you beat John Cena?
Yeah, but he didn't lose at WrestleMania, though.
Because he wasn't booked.
But he did. He still didn't lose at WrestleMania, did he?
No, but he got
that's
AA through a table.
But did he lose at WrestleMania? Did The Rock lose at WrestleMania? No. Did Roman? Yes. Did Jimmy? Yes. So
I predicted that The Rock wouldn't lose at WrestleMania.
I know you did. I do remember.
If you remember.
I do. I'm just saying.
All right, I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure you remember.
Fair enough.
I'm always right.
Fair enough.
Always.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Do you see? Do we see any more? You see any more of the Bloodline members? Hikuleo. I know there's. Who's the other one? The jacked one.
Zilla.
Zilla. Yeah, we're gonna see Zilla.
Yeah.
Like there are plenty out there.
Yeah, I mean, I think at minimum 3-on-3 for War Games, but excuse me, I think any one of those guys realistically, if they are indeed free agents, which I'm not sure their status right now. Yeah, sure. I say bring in as many as you can, make this story as interesting as you can. I mean, make this there's enough of that family that they can make this a story on WWE TV for sure.
And I can't remember the one that teams with Tama Tonga in Gorillas of Destiny. It's not Hikuleo. It's
Tongaloa.
Yes, I could see him coming over as well to reunite that team. Like there's so many, and I did a little research on Jacob Fatu today. He's 31.
Yep.
Did you know he has 7 kids?
I did not.
That the bloodline's gonna go forever, dude.
Well,
this is going to go forever.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna be talking
in wrestling great
2052 about Jacob Fatu Jr. Like it's gonna be
probably
insane. Like The Samoan Dynasty just is crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. Like just
it is.
When you go look at that family tree, it's nuts. Like if you have time to go look at it real quick because you're like, oh, I didn't realize he was part of it. Oh, I didn't realize he was part of it. Everybody remember Manu? Yeah, he was a part of it.
Yeah, sounds about right.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Real quick before we get out of here, Sheamus returns to Raw tonight. Any expectations for the Celtic Warrior? Where he fits in?
Oh yeah. He's gonna bro kick the hell out of Sami Zayn.
Okay. Is this your way of saying that Sami loses the Intercontinental Championship tonight?
No, I don't think so. I think Sami's gonna win. But I think that's where Sheamus returns because if you remember what was the last title he wrestled for?
Only title. Yep. Oh yeah,
yeah. And it's the only title he hasn't held, and now Gunther does not have it. He's the only one. I can beat Sami Zayn. I've beaten Sami Zayn. That's who he's going to target.
Cool. I like where your head's at.
Yeah. Thank you. My head's always somewhere, I think. I would like to see him go after Cody, but it's
too soon.
That's
for AJ Styles.
Did you know that AJ Styles is like one of 3 people to wrestle Dusty and Cody?
Yeah. I saw that earlier today. Yeah. Gotta love
it. No, that'll be a good match. I think we're on AJ's kind of swan song, so give him this match. He deserves it.
Yeah. I'm not ready to say goodbye, but here we are.
No. Did you see the Kevin Owens quote the other day?
Mm-mm.
He said they were talking to him about WrestleMania. He's like, "Yeah, if I have one more in me, I'd like to wrestle Finn." And everybody was like, "Oh, if." What do you mean if?
Oh.
I'm hoping it was just like, if I make it that far or something like that, or like whoa, Kevin.
Hopefully not.
Do not leave anytime soon, please.
Yeah, seriously.
That one made me sit up in my chair.
I didn't even want to think about it.
No. Kevin, don't leave, please.
No, I'm not gonna panic there yet. But anything else on this Monday episode of the Junkies?
Yeah, let's enjoy some wrestling this week, guys. Come on, let's have some fun.
Yeah,
Claudio and Will Ospreay are wrestling on Wednesday. That'll be fun.
Yeah,
Sammy and Chad tonight. That'll be good. LA Knight and AJ Styles on Friday. NXT's happening.
It's a lot to enjoy.
Okay, let's enjoy it. Let's have fun. Don't be a dick.
Yeah. As always, thank you guys so much for joining us. Make sure to hit that QR code in the top left corner, and make sure you're following the Main Event Wrestling Network across all social media platforms and see what we're doing. And again, we implore you, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have 237 subscribers right now. We're trying to get ourselves to 1,000 by the end of the year, and we need your help doing it. Make sure to support our merch store. Buy a mug. Podcast Dad loves his. There's a new T-shirt design that just dropped today as well. So, again, thank you guys so much for all of the support. You truly are part of this community. And to everybody that is watching tonight, we thank you for joining us. We will be back tomorrow. We'll be breaking down Monday Night Raw. 2 great interviews will be dropped this week. And good Doc Landon Hale returns this Wednesday. So, make sure to follow Junkies Pod on X for all the updates. And thank you guys so much. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Buy our merch.